unfiltered up they stream. Straight from the heart of the Pimcore team. Breaking the mold, we're bringing it new. Knowledge and power directly to you.
Hello and welcome to this session of Pimcore Insight. I am Christian, VP Product at Pimcore, and with me in the session is
Patrick, Product Manager at Pimcore.
Hi Patrick. Patrick, what did you prepare for today?
Today, I would like to talk about the grids in Studio, because the grids are one of my favorite features because they are really, really powerful when it comes to data maintenance, checking data, and exporting data. And I would say in Studio, they're even more powerful than in the classic UI. For example, it's possible to add multiple columns with different languages to compare languages side by side. And lately, we also added a classification store to the columns, and we also added additional filters, and that makes the grids really, really powerful.
I agree. I really also love the grids.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Maybe let's really start with the languages.
With the languages, okay.
This is a feature we don't have in classic UI, so this is really something new and actually a nice addition, I would say, for data maintenance, especially when it comes to multi-language management.
True. I opened the news objects here, and now if I go to the column configuration, I will add a title, and as you see, we do have two titles now, and there I can select the language now. So for the first, I would like to have the title in English, and for the second, the title in German. Now let's apply it. And you see here side by side the two different languages, which makes it really, really easy to check the data, to maintain the data on a single news object or even patch editing. And you also can export the data with the various languages. That's really, really cool.
So can you really inline edit here and change the values, of course, in the corresponding language?
Sure. Yeah.
And now you selected fixed languages in the grid config, but I think you also can specify the default language, and then you can use the global language switch for certain columns, right?
You can also select the global language here.
Yeah. But for that, you have to set the language definition in the grid config again
here to global.
Exactly.
And then you can switch here the global language.
First, I think.
That one is taken. Yeah.
And now you can compare all the different languages to
English.
the fixed German language now, which is also a cool thing. Yeah. So quite powerful, I would say, to really work with languages and translate also things if AI doesn't do it for you.
True.
So what else did we add recently to the grid?
As said, we also added classification store now to the grid. Let's open the accessory parts because there we do have a classification store. And now here, if I go to structured data, technical attributes, I can add different columns now from the classification store. Let's delete them. Now you see all the values, and also here you can change the values in here, or you can apply batch editing.
So again, of course, all the grid functionality can be applied here. You can use batch editing, you can export the data to different data. So this, of course, as we know it, can be used there.
Exactly.
That's really cool. Nice.
Yeah, and as said, last but not least, we added quite some new filters to the grids. Let's open a demo object I did where I can show you the various filters we recently added. So we now have text areas and WYSIWYG fields. We do have number fields where you can search for an exact value, where you can search between values, less and more. We added date and date time fields, same as for the numbers. You can specify an exact date or a date range between, before, and after. We added various select fields, also multi-select are possible.
How
We
does this work,
added,
this multi-select? Is this then or is it and? Do you know that?
it is an or.
Okay, yeah. So now we
Yeah,
would filter for all objects which have French or
yeah,
English selected. Yeah, cool.
yeah, exactly. Then CRM fields, for example, let's take the gender, female, then checkboxes. And the last one, also a very important one now, we do have object bricks as a filter option as well. And as on the numbers and dates, for example, this is a number field. You can search for the exact value between, less, and more than. And that in combination with the advanced mode, I would say is way more powerful than what we had in the classic UI. That's why it's my most favorite feature, I would say.
And the filters, of course, are also much more readable and usable. In classic UI, we had them in
True.
the header of the columns, and now you have this nicely listed here in this sidebar. You can see at one place which filters are active, and of course can modify them, add them, remove them again.
True.
Here, really cool. So I guess this is it for today, right? So thank you
True.
very much
Yes.
for listening and see you next time. Bye bye.
See you.